This is Audible.
The Red Book, a Reader's Edition, written by C.G. Jung, edited and with an introduction by Sonu Shamdasani, translated by Mark Kybers, John Peck and Sonu Shamdasani, narrated by Mike Fraser, copyright by the Foundation of the Works of C.G. Jung. This audiobook is published by arrangement with W.W. Norton and Company, and was produced in the year 2019 by Echo Point Books and Media LLC, which holds the copyright thereto. The years of which I have spoken to you, when I pursued the inner images, were the most important time of my life. Everything else is to be derived from this. It began at that time, and the later details hardly matter anymore. My entire life consisted in elaborating what had burst forth from the unconscious and flooded me like an enigmatic stream and threatened to break me. That was the stuff and material for more than only one life. Everything later was merely the outer classification, the scientific elaboration, and the integration into life. But the numinous beginning, which contained everything, was then. C.G. Jung, 1957. Preface to the Revised Edition. Liber Novus and the Black Books form an intertwined manuscript corpus. Consequently, the 2009 translation of Liber Novus provided a crucial base camp for the translation of the Black Books, in which we were joined by Martin Liebscher, affording a fresh set of eyes and linguistic skills. As with an enfolding Mobius strip, the translation of the Black Books in turn provided occasion to revisit and revise the translation of Liber Novus. Writing to his patron on completing proofs for his translation of Plotinus, Stephen McKenna humbly noted, "It will be creditable, but there is no disguising the fact that a few more decades could well be spent on bringing it to a really fine polish." This opportunity provided the chance for 1 decade of further polishing the translation of Liber Novus, comprising corrections and refinements afforded by deepened study. Ars longa, vita brevis. Art is long, life is short. As Ammonius the Anchorite informed Jung's quizzical I in a dialogue in January 1914, "Surely you know that one can read a book many times. Perhaps you almost know it by heart. And nevertheless it can be that when you look again at the lines before you, certain things appear new, or even completely new thoughts occur to you that you did not have before. Every word can work productively in your spirit. And finally, if you have once left the book for a week, and you take it up again, after your spirit has experienced various different changes, then a number of things will dawn on you." This holds true, too, of translation. A further decade would doubtless reap further dividends. Aside from some updated references, the introduction and notes have remained unchanged. John Peck and Sonu Shamdasani, 2019. Preface to the Reader's Edition. More than a decade has passed since the memorable decision of the former Society of Heirs of C.G. Jung to release the Red Book for publication. Much consideration was given to what kind of audience this multi-layered work should be directed. Professional readers of works on the history of psychology, the general reader, visually receptive people orientated toward images, lovers of calligraphy, collectors of beautiful books. Which aspects should the format and design of the publication foreground? These questions weren't easy to answer, since even the physical appearance of the precious original seemed to contain a message. Many proposals were discussed and discarded. It was W.W. Norton that finally found the appropriate solution. A complete facsimile edition, which was presented in its original format in 2009. Over